All right, good morning and welcome to your snow day. I hope you're enjoying a warm and restful day. I don't expect this assignment to take you too long, but what I want to do today is I want to introduce you to the next unit we're going to be talking about, which is gas laws. So how are we going to do this? So we're going to go find our page, and we're going to find the Thursday, February 3rd e-learning folder. And here it says our goal is to be introduced what temperature, pressure, and volume mean at the microscopic level. So like we've talked about since the beginning of the semester, a lot of what chemistry is looking at things at the microscopic level, so at the individual atoms, and seeing how they lead to things that we can see or experience at the macroscopic level. Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you to do today. I'm going to ask you to go to this assignment, and when you get there, it's probably going to look like this. We're going to start a new attempt, and it's going to ask you to open this in a new tab. So what I've got here is interactive PhET simulation. It says open this in a new tab and to click ideal. So that's what we're going to do. Now I just kind of want to show you what this thing is here. So this is a simulation of gas, and there are a lot of things that it simulates. So first of all, by pumping the pump here, I don't know why it's not working for me here. In theory, for you, let me just refresh it real quick, see what's going on. So you should be able to pump this pump, and then it's going to put gas particles in here, right? And I want you to notice a few things. First of all, remember when we talked about the states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas? In a gas, the particles were the most spread out, right? So that kind of matches here. Now I want you to notice a couple things. You've got your thermometer here. You can measure in kelvins, or maybe I'll change it to Celsius. But you can change how your thermometer measures things. It's measuring your pressure here. It's measuring it in atmospheres. So this means that it's 22 atmospheres means that it's 22 times the atmospheric pressure. And then you have this control here that can heat it up or can cool it down. Right? And then you can also change the volume, right? So I can make it bigger or I can make it smaller. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to play with this for a little bit and answer some questions. For example, as I heat the particles up, what do they do? You might have to heat it up for a bit before you start seeing it. You can see what happens to the speed of particles. You can look at what happens to the pressure. You can look at what happens to these things if I make it smaller. Right? So what's going to happen is if you leave that open in one tab and in this tab where you originally were, you'll just go through and you'll answer these questions. So the first thing it says reset the system. So I can reset the system by pressing reset right there. It says reset the system, drag the pump handle all the way down, up, and push it down once. So I can do that. And then it says notice that use the heat control to add energy. So as I add energy, you can see, look at what the thermometer does, and you can look at what the speed of the particle is doing. Then you just write your answer here. And you do that for all the other questions. Right? And then when you're finished, turn it in and you're done. All right, have a good day, and please send me any questions that you have.